big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. This new year, get clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list, including Ritual's best-selling Essential Prenatal Multivitamin, designed with 12 traceable key ingredients to support a healthy pregnancy. With big changes coming up, take the small steps now and start today with 30% off a 3-month supply at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh, sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to watch a broadcast, it's easy. Very easy. Go to shrmedia.com. Click on the Listen Live/chat button. While you're there, you'll also be in the chat room. You can join the conversation. So if you want to tell me you love me, hate me, want me fired, tell me you fuck off, just go right ahead. I have no problem. It's been crazy, crazy, crazy. The media is just not learning, are they? They're not. We're going to get into it more later, but they're still pushing for fake news. They're still pushing them. Coldest July day ever recorded in Northern Hemisphere. Brought to you by, that's right, global warming. Oh, God, Rob Reiner. Russia has invaded the U.S. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Oh, my God. These, as it says, fucking meathead. Jesus Christ. I'm going to lead off for that. I didn't have it programmed in, but we're going to lead off with it. All right. Come on, load up. I forgot to bring my goddamn tablet in with me, so I won't have it for the first couple of minutes of the show. Piss me right off. So let's see. What does this jackass have to say? Filmmaker and actor Rob Reiner took to Twitter Friday to claim that Russia has invaded the United States. Shortly after the U.S. President Donald Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Hamburg. Russia has invaded the U.S. and continues to try to undermine our democracy, the 70-year-old Oscar nominee wrote Friday. DT refuses to protect us. Don't let a weak, ignorant liar sell us out. God, these people are sick. They need some fucking help big time. I gotta crack my neck. They need some goddamn help. Now, the former All in the Family star has been a frequent and vocal critic of Trump's presidency. In June, Reiner characterized the fight to save democracy as an all-out war against Trump and his administration. When Vox says that DT colluding with an enemy is not a crime, the fight to save democracy is now an all-out war. Well, let me ask you something, fucking meathead. I'll get behind your little cause when you show me something called proof. Show me proof, you fucking fruitcake. You Hollywood elitists got your nose in the fucking air preaching down to everybody, and you don't know shit. And in September's interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Reiner took a direct shot at President's supporter when he said that Trump had unearthed racism that had been dormant in America for a long time. See, this is why I don't really watch any programs anymore. I don't watch that much TV. I'm very picky on what I watch. I'm not boycotting, but you know what? I'm not going to... I'm not going to watch certain programs that have certain actors and directors when they talk this shit. When they push this garbage. Where were they when Obama brought this country down to its knees? Pulled our economy down. Made us a laughingstock of the country. Made us a follower. Oh, no, but they'll say, everybody loved us. Everybody loved us. Oh, no. Bullshit. I'm so sick of these idiots. I will not patronize their TV shows or their movies. Hell no. And the list just keeps getting longer and longer. Oh, sorry about that. And longer. Shit, who was it? There was an actor recently. I think it was... No, musician. Billy Joel. He was asked about his opinion. And his response was... I don't get into politics. Why would I want to piss off half of my listeners? You have a right to your political opinion, and Rob Reiner has his right to his propaganda. But when you're in the position that he's in, why do you want to piss off half the people, or more than half the people, that are going to be paying to see your movies? Without them, you do not have a fucking job. So you're pissing all over these people by running your mouth. Then they wonder why movie profits are down over the last year or two. It's not exactly the content. It's the fact that people are tired of paying for these people to be rich and famous and have them talk down to us, be all snobbish, trying to tell us how to live our fucking lives. They run around all drunk and drugged out. Yeah. Take care of your own fucking life first. I'm tired of these idiots.
Hey there. Ritual here to give a big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. The magic of those family moments, that was you. And now there's new milestones to prep for in 2025. This new year, check clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list with Ritual. We've done the research to create science-backed pregnancy support like our prenatal multivitamin, natal choline, and fertility support, all designed to be taken alongside each other. But don't just take our word for it. They're also third-party tested for microbes and heavy metals and Clean Label Project certified. So whether you're trying, thinking about trying, or already there, we don't have to tell you that prioritizing yourself can be the hardest part. That's why we're helping you get started today with 30% off a 3-month supply for a limited time at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. This new year, get clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list, including Ritual's best-selling Essential Prenatal Multivitamin, designed with 12 traceable key ingredients to support a healthy pregnancy. With big changes coming up, take the small steps now and start today with 30% off a 3-month supply at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They've been blinded by mainstream media with the outright lies. Just somebody show me the fucking proof where Trump colluded, where Russia went more than out of the ordinary what they've done for the past 75 fucking years. Because that's what really pisses me off. For 75 years or more, Russia has been interfering with our elections. We interfere with everybody else's election. Immediately left, well, that doesn't make it right. Yeah, fuck off. You're trying to divert the conversation. We all fuck with each other's elections. They didn't do any more, any less than they normally do. So why is it a problem now? Even Obama said he didn't do nothing because he thought Hillary was going to win. The only reason they're making an issue out of it, so they have something to talk about other than, why did you lose? Hey, Dylan. That's why there's this. They're trying to undermine. They're trying to deflect off conversations. And these idiots would sell their souls just for a little bit more TV time. I'm so tired of these elitist Hollywood jackasses. So where are we? Yeah, everybody's freaking out because Trump shook hands with Putin, patted him on the back. There's two different reports, and we knew this was going to happen. Trump's campaign said that he was hard on Putin about the interference, and Putin's campaign said it was a minor conversation and nothing was made a big deal about. We knew it was going to happen. I actually heard someone on the left go, we knew Russia would be coming out saying that. They lie. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, it amazes me. It amazes me. We knew the left, they got to make issue. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're making an issue out of a goddamn handshake. And they had to push fake news on that. They fucked that stuff, and they're still pushing it. Now, what is it? Poland's president wife wouldn't shake Trump's hand. Bullshit. Oh, my God. We'll get into that later. We're going to get into crazy Maxine Water. She, I guess she wasn't getting enough press lately, so she started running her mouth again. And thank you, Dylan, very much. I appreciate it, bud. The live stream is up and running. All you have to do is hit the refresh button. Once you hit, go to shrmedia.com and click on the live, listen live/chat. The live stream is up and running. And you'll also be in the chat room at that point. So jump in the conversation, everybody. So back to Maxine Waters. California African American Museum in Los Angeles hosted an event, and she was there, and she said President Trump needs to be checked out to see if he's crazy. As like her head's bobbing around, and she looks like a bobblehead that you would put on your car dash, just running around. Hey, I'm getting on TV. I'm on TV. How does that woman even get elected? How do you vote for someone that doesn't even live in your district? How? That's how much she's given a big middle finger. And she talks about housing, and she cares. That she lives in, a $4.3 million house. She lives in a housing development that's only, it's like 2% black. Rest is all high-end white. But she's going to talk, everybody's racist. And she knows more about the poor. She lives in a $4.3 million house. This woman is nuts. As I say, she's nuttier than a fruitcake during Christmas. And Waters said, we're talking about a president who not only does not deserve to be the president of the United States. Yes, he does. He won the election. He deserves to be president. You just don't like it. But he deserves, in my estimations, to be impeached. On what grounds? She keeps talking about it. She keeps saying, she's been saying for, 4 or 5 months now, actually longer than that, since he got elected. She's been saying she's going to get him impeached. He wasn't even sworn in, and she was talking she's going to get him impeached. That's all she... Impeached. Impeached. Oh, my God. It's amazing. It is absolutely freaking amazing. Let me see if I can find something. Oops. Maybe if I can spell things correctly. friend of mine had a funny picture up of Maxine Water. Crazy-eyed Maxine Water. Crazy eyes. Give it a crazy eyes. Hopefully someone knows that movie reference. Ooh, I'm gonna have to. Supposedly, U.S. and Russia reach a deal on a Syrian ceasefire. Does not surprise me. Does not surprise me. Trump is a man that gets things done. He's done more in his short time as president than Obama did in 8 years. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Let's see if I can get it. Download. I'm going to put it up on the live stream in a second. This is going to be funny. My computer, because I'm running the live stream off this computer, so it's running a little bit slow. Forgive me. Forgive me. Oh. Good. Paste over here. Oh, it's... Trying to do everything myself can be kind of fun. Sometimes I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Here I am trying to load up a picture for everybody that's watching.
Hey there. Ritual here to give a big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. The magic of those family moments, that was you. And now there's new milestones to prep for in 2025. This new year, check clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list with Ritual. We've done the research to create science-backed pregnancy support like our prenatal multivitamin, natal choline, and fertility support, all designed to be taken alongside each other. But don't just take our word for it. They're also third-party tested for microbes and heavy metals and Clean Label Project certified. So whether you're trying, thinking about trying, or already there, we don't have to tell you that prioritizing yourself can be the hardest part. That's why we're helping you get started today with 30% off a 3-month supply for a limited time at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Live stream. So I'm sorry for the ones that are, just got like kamikaze by a bug. Here it is. All right. What are we going to put over there? What are we going to put? There we go. Crazy-eyed Maxine Waters. Oh. A friend of mine just sent me a message about going to the Skyway to go fishing, do saltwater fishing. I haven't done that in a while. Be nice. Be nice to get out, get away from this, do a little. I go out at night, and it's the old Skyway Bridge. I think it's in 80. I don't know which year, but in the 80s, there was a bad storm that came through Tampa. And a barge broke free, and it drifted into the old Skyway Bridge, and hit one of the pylons in the middle, and the bridge ended up collapsing in the middle, and there was a school bus. It was a bad, bad situation. A lot of people got killed in it. A bunch of kids got killed. And this is why I love Florida, and I hate to see it's getting destroyed now. In New Jersey, if that bridge, because it was like a good 3, 4, 5 mile long bridge. And in New Jersey, they would have torn the whole thing down. All right, we're building a new one. But what they did is, on one end, they left, I think it's 2.5 miles that it goes out into the bay, and they closed off the end. And on the other end, they took it out about a mile, mile and a half. And they turned it in where you drive on the car with your car, you park on one side, you park right there basically on the street because just the way they designed it, and you can fish off to either side of the bridge. And it's beautiful because you can go out to like 2.5 miles out into the water. I mean, you're fishing for 12, 14-foot bull sharks and stuff, Goliath groupers. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And you can get out there, and you go there at night, especially on a summer night. And you go on the south end. And you can get out there. And the cars really, there's not that many of them going across the new Skyway. And you get far enough away, all you hear is the wind and the water crashing on the pylons underneath you. Maybe a bird or two. You know, you'll have the some cranes, the pelicans, because you got fish around you. They're coming up and they're yelling at you, trying to get your bait fish, squawking at you. I mean, I'm not talking like they stand 10, 20 feet. I mean, they'll get like right up to you a couple feet away, and they'll be like, boy, give me the fish. Give me the fish and nobody gets hurt. Give me the fish. I mean, they'll just sit there. And I've been out there by myself sometimes, and I'll sit there and I'll start talking to them. And I'll be like, what are you talking about? No, I ain't giving it up. And back and forth. You talk to them, they squawk back. And I've had some people look at me, and the other ones just start laughing and go, yeah, I do the same thing. But it's just a nice calming. You get out there. There's a salt air, a breeze. It's nice and warm. It's quiet. Stars out. Just waiting for a fish. And it's relaxing. And sometimes you need that in life. I know fishing's not for everybody. And I piss a lot of people off because I catch and release. So, yeah, they want to go out. They're going through paramedic school for like the second or third time. Unfortunately, she's gotten sick twice now while she was in medic school and had to drop out both times. I thought she finished one time, but because of, I think she got diagnosed with cancer at the time, she lost her license. Because you got to do a lot of stuff in between. So she wasn't able to re-up. So she's going back through again, and she's stressing. And it's a stressful time. It is. And then she works ungodly hours. She's picking up like 30 hours overtime a week and shit. She's a workaholic. But then she'll take off for like 3-4 weeks, go down to Key West, go on cruises and stuff. She works hard and she plays hard. She's a good friend, and she deserves a lot of good in life. Yeah, so on that little note, total off tangent of the show. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Punnet Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell.
Hey there. Ritual here to give a big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. The magic of those family moments, that was you. And now there's new milestones to prep for in 2025. This new year, check clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list with Ritual. We've done the research to create science-backed pregnancy support like our prenatal multivitamin, natal choline, and fertility support, all designed to be taken alongside each other. But don't just take our word for it. They're also third-party tested for microbes and heavy metals and Clean Label Project certified. So whether you're trying, thinking about trying, or already there, we don't have to tell you that prioritizing yourself can be the hardest part. That's why we're helping you get started today with 30% off a 3-month supply for a limited time at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh, like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying calf for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays 2 ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to watch a broadcast, go to shrmedia.com, click on the Listen Live/chat button. Oh, let's see, where are we? Right now, I'm going to see if I can piss Sean off. Sackhead Sean off. He was posting about his weather today in California. It was like 110. I'm in California, and I'm in Florida, and we were maybe 95. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Everybody complains. I mean, with Florida, as long as you are not in the middle, if you are on the coastals, it really isn't that bad. Especially the Gulf side. We get a nice breeze that comes in. It's beautiful. And it's never super, super, super hot. Damn. All right, I'll do that later. So, if I'm no longer on this, if I'm no longer on the air, you know why? Because I pissed Sackhead Sean off. I doubt it, but come on. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider walked up the water spout. Alright, here we go. Poop. I'm such a douchebag, and I know it. All right, that's messed up, Sackatron, if you are listening. I saw on your page you had that picture of the Gilligan's Island, and they superimposed Chris Christie. That was stupid of Chris Christie. Very stupid. Very stupid. You close the beach. Well, you shut down. And I'm not saying that the government shutdown was stupid. I mean, I've seen Democrats that have been siding with Christie and pissed off at the majority leader over it. And they blame the majority leader. But to go out on the beach that is closed because the government could not work, that was ballsy and stupid at the same time. But then again, he's kind of like, hey, what are they going to do? Are they going to vote me out? He's done. This is his last term. But what it is going to do, it's going to make it hard for any Republican that runs. They're going to have to distance themselves big time. So somehow when I started this whole conversation, I started with the Maxine Water, and her Trump is abnormal. And she, where did I leave off? Said we're talking about a president who not only does not deserve to be the president of the United States, but he deserves, in my estimation, to be impeached. She continued, are we going to sit here and wait for the next presidential election? I don't think so. I don't think so. He has done enough damage in the time he has been here. What damage has he done? What damage? And see, here's the...
Hey there. Ritual here to give a big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. The magic of those family moments, that was you. And now there's new milestones to prep for in 2025. This new year, check clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list with Ritual. We've done the research to create science-backed pregnancy support like our prenatal multivitamin, natal choline, and fertility support, all designed to be taken alongside each other. But don't just take our word for it. They're also third-party tested for microbes and heavy metals and Clean Label Project certified. So whether you're trying, thinking about trying, or already there, we don't have to tell you that prioritizing yourself can be the hardest part. That's why we're helping you get started today with 30% off a 3-month supply for a limited time at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Problem that running that rhetoric, and that's why a lot of Democrats want her to shut the fuck up, because she hasn't done nothing about it, but she keeps screaming, she keeps whipping the bass up. it's going to look like the Democrats are a failure, or they're going to look like they're constantly screaming, the sky is falling, which they do, but this is just giving it more credence. She'd be smart to back the fuck off of it, because it's given Republicans come 2018, if we give up the Senate, we give up the House, you are going to see Maxine Waters push through impeachment. We're going to lose not only the Supreme Court, we're going to lose the presidency and give it to the Democrats. Keep the Republicans in office. That's how you're going to hear the campaigning for 2018. So that's going to give a lot of steam, because it's going to piss off a lot of Republicans that may stay home, and I go, whoa, no, I ain't going to have this. I'm going to make sure my Republican stays in office. So she's actually doing help. And it's... I don't know what... It's not smart. But, you know what? It's helping us, so, hey, c'est la vie. It's a good thing. So, keep running your mouth, Maxine. Keep running it. After an impeach 45 chant, how original. Waters added, he is abnormal. He needs to be checked out to see if he's crazy. So let us resist. Now, we see what your resistance does. It gets violent. It's very violent. So some good news. Kathy Griffin appears to have confirmed Secret Service interviewed her over Trump's beheading photo. Kathy Griffin took to Twitter Thursday to apparently confirm that she has been interviewed by the U.S. Secret Service over a stock photograph published in May in which she held up a fake bloodied head meant to resemble that of the President Donald J. Trump. Yes, it's true, the comedian wrote in a message posted to her Twitter account Thursday morning. The apparent confirmation comes after journalist Yashir Ali reported this week that the Secret Service had interviewed Griffin for over an hour in person and that the investigation into the photograph remained open more than a month after it was first published by entertainment gossip outlet TMZ. I wonder if she was in there. He broke me. I love the left. They pick fights. They lose. They cry like they're the victim. She picked this fight. She picked it. She started that fucking fight. She lost. And now she... Fuck off. Fuck off. I know, it's not nice of me. Not nice of me. I never said I was nice either. Oh, man, it's just... Democrats are desperate. Oh, what else went on with this? Dmitry... She got a Russian criminal defense attorney. Oh, it's just so... It makes me laugh. The left has so many connections to Russia. And this one's just... I know it's not really a connection, but she has Dmitry Gorin. But Dmitry, the criminal defense attorney representing Griffin, told the New York Times in June that the comedian was cooperating with Secret Service investigation. Gorin also defended Griffin's stunt, saying publishing the photo of a decapitated President Trump was protected under the Constitution. I love how when liberals do something, everything's protected. But then when conservatives say anything, it's, oh, you're using that document? They love it when it helps them. They hate it when it's against them. She basically exercised her First Amendment right to tell a joke. Seems to be a guy just recently used his First Amendment right to make a joke out of CNN, and they try to dox him. It seems, again, they like it on one side, but not the other. As I might not agree with everything that little schmuck said on the internet, but I do defend his right to say it. When you look at everything in the media, all the time entertainment makes videos or expresses themselves in any way, you've never seen an entertainer, let alone a comedian, be subject to a criminal investigation. They're not holding up and trying to imply that the president should be beheaded. That's going a little bit overboard. I didn't agree with it with any other president. Yeah, my eyesight's getting bad. Something's in my finger. I can't see it. Yes, I talk about stupid shit that just pops into my head. Whatever pops in my head comes onto the show. Yeah, so Zach had Sean posted his dash to show the temperature. Someone was like, oh, friendly reminder, get gas. He's like past a quarter of a tank. Oh, man. It's just freaking funny. I remember a clown who wore an Obama mask, and the left fucking freaked out about it. Anybody remember that? The poor guy lost his career. He got banned from some clowning rodeo clown association. Anybody remember that? And the left was like, oh, he deserves it. You don't do that to a president. How dare he? He didn't even simulate a death. He just, I remember right, he kind of insinuated Obama was dumb. So that's okay to go after a rodeo clown. But who's just wearing an Obama mask, which had been a tradition of that event to do it to all the presidents. And what's funny, my dad remembers, and he gets pissed off. He gets pissed off now. He lost his goddamn career because he wore a mask. Now, this. I don't remember hearing a single goddamn liberal media standing up for the guy. I remember them attacking him. I don't remember a single goddamn celebrity. I remember quite a few attacking him. There was no freedom of speech at that time, was there? I remember Obama, Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, all attacking this guy. There was no free speech at that. Yeah, it's weird. For those that notice, I do have to wear glasses, kind of like when I'm supposed to. But I can't use these because these are good for reading a book and my tablet. But with my computers, they're just a little too far away for it. So I have a pair that I'm supposed to use for when I'm walking around normal every day, but I never do. I mean, it's such a slight prescription. They even said I don't really need it. But they're bifocals, so I can do them more for the computers, and it helps out. But I'm just too lazy to get them all the time. I always forget them. I'm bad when it comes to my glasses. Always has been. It's so funny. So many people have picked fights with President Donald Trump. And they keep losing. They keep losing. They keep picking. And every time after they lose, they become victims. I mean, we need to start a montage of, he broke me. He broke me. He broke me. Every time I hear that, I don't know why I think of like Bareback Mountain movie. He broke me. Don't ask me. I never even saw the movie. I know what it's about. Never saw it. Not because I have a problem with it. Just, I never saw it. Wasn't on my... Oh. Tow truck. Well, it just wasn't on my list. Wasn't on my movie. It's a weird day. It's a weird country. It's... I don't know. She even admitted, that's the funny part, she even admitted she crossed the line. And that the image had gone too far. You know, when she was trying to kiss everybody's ass, it was, I went too far and I crossed the line. Then it's, it was nothing. It's first free speech. And He broke me. He attacked me. He singled me out. No, he didn't. You attacked him. And she said, I don't know if I'm going to have a career after this. I'm going to be honest. He broke me. Well, you know what? Don't start shit. There ain't be no shit. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying half of the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. Give me 1 minute because I might be playing a clip. I haven't listened to it yet. Let's see if I can get it hooked in. Looks like Project Veritas has dropped a new video out. I'm going to play it. I don't know how long, if it's original or what. Just give me a minute. Sackhead Sean had posted. Oh my God, I'm behind on time on this. All right.
Fake news. We continue our American Pravda investigations inside America's mainstream media with part 3 on CNN.
Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador.
They got a guy speaking Spanish.
Voy a la
talking
playa,
about
había subido la marea.
I guess he's taking responsibility for the meme, and he's laughing that some troll on Reddit took responsibility.
La encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y adentro la vende paellera.
It's like the Germans fighting a two-front war. So the great memoir of 2017 has begun. The fatwa is out on CNN. Mem Jihad. This is so funny. CNN got the wrong guy. Now Chris Cuomo is deleting his tweets, and this Kerensky guy is hoping not to get fired. How long until Jake Tapper loses his shirt? Or shit. Sorry. No, seriously, this is some effed up shit. That poor guy could be ruined by CNN. Should I come forward and tell them I did it? Just so funny watching CNN burn to the ground. But Russia narrative. Anonymous source. Sakarmokas, Russian bank. CNN fired 3 guys over that phony story. They still don't admit it's not true. Saying proper procedure not followed. Shit like this is why Trump won. Still hitting F5 on Nate Silver's election poll. Everyone with a 70 IQ called 2012, right? Jeff Zucker triggered weaponized autism. Damn, this guy can't stop laughing. He's crying. He's laughing so hard. No amount of threats will deter TD or /poll. I think that's the Reddit thing. Isn't CNN a multi-billion-dollar business? All the money in the world can't save CNN now. The scale, what I don't know what CNN can do. They're doomed. I still can't believe they got the wrong guy. Now, supposedly he's a humble Mexican businessman created the meme.
This time, Paul Fari.
CNN versus the internet. I know who my money's on. It's if that is true, holy shit. I laughed. The guy did come forward going, yeah, I didn't do it, actually. I took credit, but I didn't do it. Oh, man. And it's Mexico making fun of CNN and sticking up for Trump. Now, the mainstream media always tells us how Mexico hates Trump and all this shit. Well, doesn't look like it. So it wasn't just the guy and his host. That crowd was laughing on that. Oh, my God. It just keeps getting better and better and better. I don't know. It just... I don't know. It just doesn't seem like CNN is learning anything. You would think by now they would have had a big meeting and they would have probably backed down and tried to go back to being a news agency. I know I talked about it last night, but damn. You would think by now they would have given up, but they're sticking to their guns. I give them that credit. I give them that credit. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, this one. I about pissed myself laughing. So there's a lot of uproar now about freshman Senator Kamala Harris, about her challenging President Trump in 2020. But it appears some within her party are not convinced. Senator Dianne Feinstein, out of all people, she's pretty up there in the party. The senior senator in Harris's state told the New York Times Thursday that Harris still needs to prove herself at her current job. She just got here, Feinstein said. When asked about Harris's future on a national stage, she continued, what she should do is concentrate on being a good and possibly a great U.S. state senator. Then the rest will either happen or not happen. Harris was elected in California in 2016, becoming the state's first new senator in 2 decades. She is also the first black politician to represent the state. The liberal... Oh, my God. She was also the first woman elected the state's attorney general. Former President Obama was once criticized by calling her by far the best-looking attorney general in the country. The crowd laughed, and he responded, "It's true." Harris' fame grew during the questioning of the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein in June. The exchange was intense, with Harris interrupting Rosenstein as he started to say there wasn't enough time to explain the answer. Republican John McCain first interjected out of turn with a plea to the committee chairman, Senator Rich Burr. Mr. Chairman, they should be allowed to answer the question. She's known for this. She's done it to several people. She doesn't allow them any chance to answer. It's ridiculous. Because all these senators are out, especially the Democrats. All they are out for is sound bites. That's all. They want their sound bites. Whether it's truthful, a lie, propaganda, proven wrong, they don't care. As long as they get their 5 o'clock sound bite. That's all they want. They don't care. So that they could have their aspirations of running for president. That's all they worry about. They don't worry about doing their fucking job anymore. As the exchange between Harris and Rosenstein continued, Burr injected and asked Harris to suspend. The chair is going to exercise the right to allow the witness to answer the question, and the committee is on notice to provide the witness the courtesy, which has not been extended all the way across. Extend the courtesy for questions to get answered. Rosenstein then went on to answer the question, saying he believes Mueller has adequate authority. The exchange comes months after Republicans voted to cut off Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren while she was reading a letter by Martin Luther King Jr. widow Coretta Scott King, critical of then Senate colleague and Attorney General nominee Jeff Sessions. After the intelligent hearing, Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, a senior Democrat on the panel, tweeted, Senator Kamala Harris was getting facts onto the record, and I was not interrupted by Senator Byrd when I asked tough questions. She was. She wasn't asking tough questions. She was interrupting, not giving a chance. That's what she does. Political aired the headline, Trump hearing launches Kamala Harris. Oh. A longtime Democrat fundraiser in Silicon Valley told the magazine the dominant trend in Democratic Party politics is fresh, new, and interesting. That's what people are looking for. Not old, steady, and established. And Camille is the trifecta on that. Camille, you could tell she is fake. She's being prodded on what to do, how to do it. She's not genuine. Feinstein, 84, for her part, did tell the paper she is on the way to becoming a good friend of Harris. Trying to think how to put this without being... Democrats are in a rut right now. You have a bunch of new guns that are trying to take center stage. You have the older generation that don't want to let go. And they still have the power. So you're going to see a lot of infighting. But this new generation is not interested in governing. They are interested in ruling. They're interested in power. Nothing more, nothing less. They couldn't give a rat's ass about me or you. And I know it's the same thing that's leveled on the other side. I see it. I trust a Republican before trusting a Democrat. And my favorite saying is, I would trust a fart while having a severe stomach bug before I would trust a Democrat. It's... problem with some of these politicians, and we've seen it on the right side. Their light shines bright, but it's shortly lit. And there's been a couple on the right, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz. They shot up real quick. Marco Rubio shot up real quick. I know they were campaigning for president. Rubio fizzles. The only reason why I voted for him was he was the Republican and he was better than the Democrat running. Otherwise, I would have loved to have seen him had his ass primaried. Cruz, I'm still split on. I want to say he got over his little butt hurt and he learned what he did wrong. I know a lot of people jump on me for putting it that way. Rand Paul. Problem is, all these guys, they ran as Tea Party. And then once they got in, they kind of turned their backs on the Tea Party and left them behind. And that bothers me a little bit. I mean, that says a lot about a person's character when you use somebody like that, or even an organization. So, Camille, I think, is going to be another one of those that shoots up fast but fades away. She's got a lot of skeletons in her closet. And the Democrats are going to need to come up with a squeaky clean candidate. Because they're going to... I think the American people in 2020 are going to be looking really hard at the Democrat Party, whoever they put up. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm going to need security when I get done the show. Don't worry, Cal. Don't worry. Well, second, Sean kept going, July, what was it, 3rd? No, July 2nd. I'm like, Sean, that's a Sunday. You want me starting on a Sunday? He's like, shit, no. So, it's no big deal. Yeah, I'm going to need security after I get done the show. Because during the break, I was out talking to my wife for a minute. I was telling her how my friend wants to go fishing. You know, I made a couple jokes because it's a female. My wife doesn't care. And it came to the joke of, well, I've put up with you. And I looked at her. I said, hey, come August, end of August, that we've been together 20 years. That means I put up with you. I put up with your bullshit, and I haven't killed you yet. And she just gave me a stare. And she did that. Well, I'm like, nope, I put up with you and shut the door real quick. So, yeah, I'm going to get my ass beat at the end of the show. She's going to beat my ass pretty bad. Or I should say she's going to beat my kneecaps. That's when she gets the step ladder out and she'll go. And if you don't get that, my wife's 4'11", I'm 6 foot. I love my wife, Dad. She's a spitfire. It's the one woman that can keep up with me on being a smart ass. So, let's see. Oh, I like this. So these idiots in Hawaii try to throw in another challenge to court to ban the travel restriction. So U.S. District Judge Derek Watson denied an emergency motion filed by the state of Hawaii that would broaden the familiar exceptions to President Trump's travel ban late Thursday, according to Hawaii News. In a motion filed by the state after the U.S. Supreme Court reinstated portions of the ban on June 26, Attorney General Doug Chin argued that the Trump administration wrongly excluded grandparents and other relatives from the list of family members who can obtain visas to travel to the United States, Hawaii News reported. Under the ban, people from the 6 Muslim-majority nations that are impacted by the ban who sought new visas need to have either a close relationship with a family member, parent, spouse, son, daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, or sibling, or an entity such as a business within the United States. I'm pretty sure when they say, I'm the grandparents, that will be taken into account. You flipping. They're just trying everything. Last week, attorneys for the federal government said that the close family relationship allowed under the President Trump's travel ban were based on definition outlined by immigration law. The state's emergency motion, denied on Thursday by Judge Derek Watson in Honolulu, sought to make sure that the ban couldn't be enforced against other family members such as grandparents, aunts, and uncles. In his ruling, Watson reasoned that since the portion of the ban Hawaii was seeking to clarify was authorized by the Supreme Court, the state's lawyers should seek clarification directly from them. This court will not upset the Supreme Court's careful balancing and equitably judgment, nor would this district court presume to substitute its own understanding of the stay for that of the originating court's exercise of discretion and judgment. So basically this judge went, I'm not going to piss off the Supreme Court judges. If I do that, I will be undermining them and telling them that they don't know what they're doing. And he's like, I'm staying out of this one. I'm putting my money. For number one, the travel restriction is a 98-day restriction. So it's in effect. Supreme Court won't hear the case until October. The travel restrictions were already being lifted at that point. So really the hearing's going to be moot. It's going to be for future references. They're arguing over stupid shit. I am not a betting man. If I were, I would bet on the Supreme Court's going to rule that what Donald Trump, President Trump, did is constitutional within his right. I'm very certain of that. I've seen the laws, and within what he did, I know I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a couch lawyer either. But but it seems pretty cut and dry to me. The rulings that the Ninth Circuit Court and the other circuit courts, their rulings, had nothing to do with law. They ignored law. They ruled on their feelings. Even the questioning, I was listening to several of those circuit court questioning. And the one judge turned around and asked, well, should we go back and start looking at speeches Donald Trump gave in high school, college? How far back should they go when a president makes an executive order? How far back can they go? If they're going to look at campaigning, why can't they go back further to a comment he may have said? And what's funny is the comment within the Muslim ban was misconstrued, and when he said it, the next campaign stop, he clarified that he was talking about extreme Muslims, not all Muslims. It's the left is looking for a victory. They haven't been getting them. Their Ninth Circuit Court was a temporary victory for them. Knew it wasn't going to stay. Knew it wasn't. And now, it's not even just kind of like it was voted on partisan politics. No, it was a 9-0 decision. That was a slam dunk. Even the liberal judges said, no, he has the right. That they overstepped their bounds. And actually, I forgot, the admission of refugees for 120 days is also in there, so that'll still be in effect, I think, depending when the court case comes about. By the time a decision is put down, this is all a moot point. And this is what's funny is this judge is the same judge who issued a temporary injunction on March 15th, halting President Trump's executive order 1370 that banned the issuance of visas to citizens of 6 Middle Eastern countries for 90 days and temporarily stopped the admission of refugees for 120 days. So he originally overstepped his bounds, and now he's, well, no. And rightfully, it's basically these liberals lost again. Can I say that again? Again. And they're just trying to whimper around and trying to get some kind of success. The Trump administration has quickly defined bona fide relationship in a narrow terms: parent, sibling, child, spouse, or fiance. And the state of Hawaii asked for a broader definition that included grandparents and other extended family members. Now, how far do you want to go with this? And I mean, like I said, they're just trying. They're reaching. They're desperate for a win. All right, we're going to change up subject again, like I love to do. Go from one topic to a totally different topic. Let me see if I can pull this up. Blasio's coming underneath. He's getting blasted right now. And so he should. What is he doing going to Germany? What is he doing going to Germany? It really bugs me. Number one, I didn't know that a mayor really had any international duties. I said duties. But Greg Gutfeld from Fox News blasted him. Let me play the clip for you. Hopefully this works. Nope, this is a commercial. Damn advertisements. I'll get it up and running in a second. I just don't understand what the hell de Blasio is running out there for. He's going there to join the protest. And that's what really, but here it is.
Out of everything Mayor Bill de Blasio, without telling anybody in the city, he flew to Germany to protest. He claims the cost was footed by Hamburg, shows attitude. Dude, what a horrible little man-child this is. To sneak out of the city, he leaves his city, his responsibilities to go protest. He's such a dirtbag. Please, someone challenge de Blasio. If something bad happens here, we don't have a mayor.
Fine, I'm going to do it.
Maybe that's actually a good thing.
It's... Actually, I don't know if I have an ad block on my tablet. I was running that through my tablet because I have my video going through one computer. That usually, when I don't do the live stream, I use that one to stream my audio. But I don't want to slow down or mess with the live stream. The other computer is doing the show, but even so, it doesn't broadcast properly across the show. So I just used the tablet. But yeah, no, I don't understand why he was going. There was no reason for him to go. No reason. No reason. It's senseless. It boggles my mind. I gotta stop drinking ginger ale. I really do. And to keep it under wraps until just before de Blasio was to depart on Thursday. You just had a cop assassinated, and he's jetting off to protest. He doesn't get paid by the city of New York to protest. He gets paid by the city of New York to be a mayor. It's disgusting. It's appalling. And the New Yorkers need to put a stop to it come election time. One person, unbelievable. Instead of jet-setting around the world, he should be here doing his job. A police officer was murdered. Street homelessness has skyrocketed, and people continue to get delayed on the train, said State Assemblywoman. Oh, God. We'll leave it at that. A Republican who was running for mayor. Now, remember this. The trains. They found out after a train just derailed recently are being held together by zip ties. There's parts that have fucking zip ties on these trains because there's all these financial problems. Well, because also you have de Blasio diverting like $20, $30 million to pay for defense of illegal immigrants. Taxpayer money, hard-earned taxpayer money, is going to a bunch of illegal immigrants that came in here illegally. Friggin' trains are being held together with zip ties. And he's off jet-setting to Germany. Hey, Maxine Waters, these are reasons why you impeach somebody. Dereliction of duty. It's disgusting. It's appalling. He keeps pissing on the NYPD. He keeps doing it. It's going to burn him one day. They're bad. I find it funny. Greg Gutfeld called him a horrible little man-child. Oh, man. That's... On Fox and Friends, former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino said police officer he knows in the Big Apple cannot stand de Blasio. They haven't been able to stand him for a while. I still remember when they all turned their backs on him when the one cop was murdered. They need to do it more often. Fuck this politics stuff. They're police. He didn't have their backs. Turn their backs on him. It's sickening how some of these people, the left right now is clamoring and clawing all over each other to advance. They smell blood in the water, proverbial blood, and they're all climbing over all each other. They're climbing over the people of the United States because they think because there's no direction of the party that they're going to be able to take over leadership. And who's the one that's going to hurt from it? We the people. We the people are the ones that are going to pay. This type of politician needs to be voted out permanently. We need to speak up loud and proud and say no more. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying Catholic, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. I was going to do it, and I think I took the article down. But Kel just brought it up. I had to bring it up. I did. And if you're not in the chat, you're missing out. George Clooney is moving back to L.A. from Europe. He's moving his family back to the United States. Why? Due to the ever-growing, dangerous migrant issue. He's coming back to the United States where it's safer. Mr. Open Borders, George Clooney, is coming back to the United States because his family is not safe anymore. What the fuck do you think will happen here, Mr. Clooney, if you keep pushing open borders? You're going to have it right here. But when it's not good for you, you want to run away. But it's good for us peasants to have to deal with it. Seems somebody forgot where the fuck they came from. And we're going to give a little flashback Friday. Let me see if I can back this up. Amber Lynn, she is used to work for CNN. And she has some things to say about CNN and foreign dictators.
We were able to kind of dodge our minders and sneak into some of the villages and actually see these atrocities, patients who'd run out of the hospitals, that were shot up with birdshot, ambulance drivers who were beaten. And as we were heading back out of these villages, we were violently detained by security forces in Bahrain, about 20 masked men with machine guns, who then tried to erase all the video that they found. And luckily, my female producer and I were able to hide some discs in our bras, and we were able to actually get out of the country with this content. So you can imagine Bahrain's surprise when we got back to the U.S. and this content was airing on CNN. And right after that is when the phone calls started coming into the network complaining about me. Bahrain is paying CNN to create content that shows Bahrain in a favorable light, even though CNN says this content, is editorially independent. It doesn't see, Bahrain can't affect that. Well, we've seen that with this documentary not airing, and also with the constant struggle I had at CNN to get Bahrain coverage, accurate Bahrain coverage of the human rights abuses on air while I was there. What CNN is doing.
Seems like this is happening way too often. Way too often. Hang on, let's back it up.
Bahrain can't affect that. Well, we've seen that with this documentary not airing, and also with the constant struggle I had at CNN to get Bahrain coverage, accurate Bahrain coverage of the human rights abuses on air while I was there. What CNN is doing is they're essentially creating what some people have termed infomercials for dictators. And that's this sponsored content that they're airing on CNN International that's actually being paid for by regimes and governments. I mean, this violates every principle of journalistic ethics because we're supposed to be watchdogs on these governments. We're not supposed to allow them to be paying customers as journalists.
That gives a whole new perspective to what CNN is anymore. And that's scary as shit. How much else are they getting paid off on that they're not reporting truthfully? Of course, they'll come up with some excuse, as they always do. Just going through Twitter feed real quick. Yeah, this one I love coming out of Canada. I'm sure you're oh so happy, Cal. Trudeau is rewarding a murderous terrorist $10 million. And I just don't get it. I don't care if he was waterboarded. I don't care if he had a cattle prod shoved up his fucking ass. He is a terrorist. He doesn't deserve to be given $10 million for any reason. It's tax-free. Oh, my fucking God. Absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. And we got the G20 meeting going, and it's getting bad over there. And they were expecting these violent protests. And who's one of the main groups over there causing? What is their name? What is their name? Jackasses Are Us? Nah, that's too obvious. Democrat Party? Nah. Antifa is one of the groups over there rioting, burning, looting, and destroying Germany. It was so bad that they blocked Melania Trump in the guest house. They couldn't get her out. She was supposed to go to some events. But for security reasons, they couldn't let her go. She was prevented from participating in a spousal program, which she was looking forward to. Not long before this confirmation from Grissom, the First Lady tweeted, "Thinking of those hurt in Hamburg protests. Hope everyone stays safe." These are not protests. These are riots. Period. Video of violent Thursday night riots show many cars on fire, items being hurled at police, hordes of protesters swarming streets and being hosed down as police attempt to control the situation. Clashes took place within a mile and a half of the G20 summit, where world leaders are meeting for the next 2 days. Hamburg shopkeepers have been reported that left-wing extremists have demanded money in exchange for preventing the destruction of their stores. Police warned ahead of the G20 summit that left-wing extremists were coming from even outside of Germany to riot. Oh, and here's a bit of another fake news CNN reported the other day. That Angela Merkel was trolling Trump and purposely held this in Hamburg, Germany, just so it would make it easier for protesters to go after Trump. Funny thing is, this was announced last July when it was predicted Hillary Clinton was going to win the election. So this wasn't a troll onto Trump. It was CNN trying to push more fake news to attack Trump. They immediately got shot down. It's every day we're having this shit with Antifa causing riots anymore, and we have CNN pushing fake news. It's like every day we have this shit going on. When is the government going to step up and crack down on Antifa as a terrorist organization and CNN as an accomplice? And while you're at it, take along the Democrat Party. Because remember, we don't like things that remind us of the Civil War. We don't like things that remind us of the evil atrocities that were committed during slavery, which would be the Democrat Party. Oh, that's a different story. No. Bread Nation Rising tweet, MSM should be investigated for sedition. The constant drumbeat of false narratives against POTUS is a threat to our constitutional republic. It's... But what I'm trying to understand is, what the fuck is Obama running around having a meeting with world leaders for? He's not the president anymore. He is interfering with our government. He is not an elected official. He has no say. It's... I don't know. It's getting really fucked up. And it's all leading back to Democrat Party and them losing elections. Dinesh D'Souza just put up, the Hill put up an article, United Nations adopts treaty banning nuclear weapon despite U.S. opposition. Dinesh D'Souza, excellent. Everyone else banned theirs, and we'll keep ours. That would be just perfect. People are funny on Twitter anymore. CNN reporting Putin may have ties to Russia. I don't know. CNN started a shitstorm with the memes. It really is the memoirs of 2017. I mean, I just survived the memoirs of 2016 with the election. I mean, it was a lot of carnage on both sides. And now they had to rehash it out again. And it would be funny if that guy in Mexico is the one that created it. Oh, if that video is true, and just go to Twitter and look up Project Veritas or James O'Keefe, and it's right there. If that's true, and why would it? I mean, maybe for some publicity, but why would a Mexican in Mexico be taking responsibility for that video? It might put some heat on him. Why would he do that? Well, then again, CNN's not going to go after a Mexican. No. Well, they'll just call him a tanned white guy. We've seen that before. Did anybody hear what, because of the shit with Reddit, they really fucked with CNN. I mean, they really pissed off a group of people that are computer savvy. So what they did is they started downloading the CNN app, then rating it a 1-star and deleting it off their phone. It dropped their rating all the way down to a 1-star for the CNN app. Friggin' hilarious. It is ridiculous, and where are we leading? All this turmoil everywhere. Where is this leading? Where is it going to stop? What is the solution? Because I don't know if we're going to have harmony ever again between the two parties. And I'm not just talking in politics. There's a lot of people that can't stand each other anymore because of the difference in politics. They just... And it's... Oh, I forget... Not Plato. Said the one bad thing about democracy is the politicians sooner or later just get to a point where all they do is bicker. And I don't want to see us get rid of our Democratically Republic. I don't want to see it gone. But we've gotten to a point where our politicians, all they do is bicker. That's it. 24/7, all they worry about is their next election. They're constantly campaigning. All right, don't forget, everybody, we got a brain fart going on right now. Oh, God. Freedom Fest. That's what I was trying to say. Freedom Fest coming up. And SHR is going to be a big part of that. Got some big name people. Big name lineup of guest talk. Dinesh D'Souza, William Shatner. Freedom Fest will be July 19th to the 22nd. The Paris Resort in Las Vegas. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Sackhead Sean will be on a panel, a Second Amendment panel. That I heard. I love that. I think we're like one of the title media for. Come on, I can't click on anything. So, if you're going to be in Las Vegas, got to go to Freedom Fest, July 19th through the 22nd, or if you want, take a trip out there, man. It'll be well worth it. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I didn't screw it up once today. Woohoo! Yes. Sorry. That was a big accomplishment for me. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Damn, I just had a total brain fart. I had like a thought, and all of a sudden it was like, poof, gone. It's like my brain went, okay, we're going on a break. Bye. Shit. It's been a fun week. I'm glad to be here at nights. I'm just feel bad on how I got this spot. I mean, but I'm, I wish Ken all the success in the world, and I know he'll have that success. He had to go on his own path, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, Ken, I wish you luck, and thank you for opening the door for me. It's greatly appreciated. And for Sackett Sean, I've been saying it almost every night this week. Thank you so much for having the faith that having me take over this time slot. So hopefully I got big shoes to fill. Mine will look more like clown feet. Ken's will look like real people's. Mine will look like clown feet. Oh. I told you I'd get to it, and I'm going to get to it in a second. You might see a difference in the show coming up. I'm really going to be doing a major push with the show. I've been playing around with this for a while, and the nights is where it's better. It's easier for the nights on me, and, even my health-wise. I know that might sound weird, but when I first wake up in the morning, especially when I'm having a bad pain day, it takes a long time for me to get up and moving around. So usually by the nighttime, I'm doing a little bit better. My meds are helping me out. So it'll be easy and it'll be better for me there. And I'll be able to take this just a step forward. And that's all I can do at one time is take it one step at a time. But we're going to be kicking the show in overdrive. I'm going to try to start getting some guests on more often. And thank you, Kel, for saying that. That makes me feel good. It really does. Now, back to our topics. Gorka said that it's stunning that Polish president had to correct fake news about Trump handshake. For those that don't know, Trump, Melania were lined up with the president of Poland and his wife. Trump put his hand out, and Poland's wife was standing there, but was kind of turned to the side and shook Melania first, and then turned to Trump and shook his hand. Now, media only showed the one part where she turns to Melania and Trump's hands out, and she shakes Melania. They cut it there. They don't show that she turns and shakes Trump's immediately. They don't show that part. Talk about deceptive editing that they always go after Veritas for. Veritas, I haven't seen any deceptive editing. They've released the full videos of there. And it's just funny that the president of Poland tweeted to correct the situation. He came out and corrected the fake media. The wife didn't see Trump, saw Melania, and some say it was out of respect, went to Melania first, then Trump. This is not the first time that they've done this shit. They try to say another president turned their backs on them. They're so desperate for a headline that they jump at anything. They don't expect people are going to find out the truth. I guess they didn't expect Poland's president, who would have been insulted by what they were saying, to come out and speak out against them. But again, CNN comes out with another fake news story. And it is sad. It embarrassed me as an American that CNN put that out there. That the Polish president had to tweet out to correct our news because they were so blinded by hate. They are not a news agency anymore. They're a fucking comedy channel. Oh God. I'll play that for myself later. Oh, it's desperation. Desperation. They're looking for anything to cling to. And they just keep going. I'm pretty sure you have somebody up there like Trump. Kel's asking, can Canada clone Trump? And I'm pretty sure they have somebody. It's... I know Melania is feeling, and I've seen her say it, she is very honored because she came from a country that was ruled by communism. And she's going back over to Europe, the first lady of the free world. What other country can that happen? What other country can that happen? She's proud to be an American. She's proud to be the first lady. Our last first lady was embarrassed of the position. That tells you anything. So, Trump is trolling Podesta. Trump hits Podesta over DNC server. The ex-Clinton chair fires back. It's friggin' funny. I find it, I'm laughing my ass off because Podesta's losing his shit over it. Congress is now saying, they've been saying for a couple weeks, we need to investigate. And I said from the start of these investigations into Trump, let them do it. I know a lot of people are against it. Let them do it. Because I knew it was going to expose the DNC and their connection to Russia. Those Democrats, they only see the short game. They don't look at the long game. And I guess they thought they had control of everything. They didn't expect Comey to go out there and start dropping bombs. Didn't expect Republicans to get a set of balls and start speaking out like they did. But former Hillary Clinton campaign chair John Podesta launched a furious series of tweets Friday morning after President Trump tweeted from the G20 summit in Hamburg, Germany, everybody here is talking about why John Podesta refused to give the DNC servers to the FBI and the CIA. Disgraceful. I've been saying that since the campaign. That was glazed over very early on. They never gave up their servers. They hired outside contractor that they knew they can control. This tweet has sent John Podesta over the edge. Now, John Podesta has been attacking Trump since election night. Even before, but specifically then, has been attacking. Trump attacks back, and Podesta loses his fucking mind. And I find it funny. But Trump was referring to the ongoing media obsession with the claim that Russia interfered in the 26th U.S. election, though there is no evidence that the alleged hacking affected the result or that there was any collusion with the Trump campaign. The DNC email server was hacked as well as Hillary Clinton's campaign manager John Podesta's email, and the emails were released by WikiLeaks over the summer and fall. At the press conference in Warsaw on Thursday, Trump had suggested that Russia might have been responsible, but suggested that others may have been involved as well. He referred to the fact that some media outlets had corrected earlier reports that 17 U.S. intelligence agencies had concluded that Russia was responsible, noting that it only had been 3 or 4 agencies that had arrived at that conclusion. Now, here's what's funny. When this whole accusing Russia with WikiLeaks came out and said, you might be surprised to find out it may have been a disgruntled DNC worker that took the emails out from the email server and brought it to us. And that does fit. What is it, Seth Richards? I think his name is. The accusations with that. I don't think it was Russia. I think it was a disgruntled DNC worker that was working on Hillary's campaign, got the emails, took them out, and handed them over. It's hilarious. And I remember what made WikiLeaks so fucking famous is when they exposed all those files on the Iraq War on President Bush. Democrats loved it. They loved WikiLeaks. We weren't hearing it was Russian interference back then. And now all of a sudden it happens to them. It's not so funny anymore. And they got to deflect like they always do. But this whole email server, I love it. The DNC never turned its email server over to the FBI, a fact that skeptics have suggested may cast doubt on the theory that Russia was involved. May? I mean, could you imagine something happens in your house that the FBI is going to get involved in and investigate? And they show up at your house and say, we want to see your computer so we can look into it, so we can investigate this matter. And you go, no, I'm not going to give it to you. I'll have a company come in. They'll take a look at it. They'll give you the results. You're not touching it. You know what? The fucking FBI would be like, fuck you. We ain't investigating shit then. You either hand it over, we'll look at it, or you go on your merry way. But because Hillary Clinton and the DNC, that's a fucking joke. And that shows just how much of a joke the FBI agency has turned into. They turned into little bitches when it came to the DNC. Okay, you say so. We won't bother you. I'm sorry. You tell us who did it, and we'll go after them. I don't even think that would hold up in court. That would not hold up in court. Chain of evidence is blown. Right there. But they get to play. Sky is falling. Russia, Russia, Russia. Well, as it's also coming out, not many people are talking about Russia. The only ones here talking Russia are CNN, MSNBC, and the DNC. That's it. The American... Oh, and I'm sorry, the paid protesters. Yeah, they bring it up. But otherwise, the average American couldn't give a rat's ass about it because they could see through the bullshit. Russia has been interfering one way or another for 75 years or more in our elections. We interfere with Russia. Obama interfered with Israel, interfered with France, interfered with BritX. So don't take the high road, Democrats, because you're getting involved just as much. With that, everybody, I want everybody to have a great weekend. It's Friday. I'll be back Monday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, have a great weekend. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.